A Brisbane extreme swimmer is about to take his craziest challenge yet. The retired lawyer, Lynton Mortensen, who will be inducted into the International Marathon Swimming Hall of Fame for his long-distance swimming achievement, is headed to Antarctica tomorrow for his latest Ice Mile Challenge. And he joins me now. Good morning to you, Lynton, and I mean this respectfully. Are you nuts?
I've heard that one before, Pete, but I think life begins outside your comfort zone, mate.
Well, it sure does. I mean, there is comfort zone and then there is comfort zone. You're going to swim in the waters of the Antarctic. Just tell our good folks at home how cold that water's going to get.
Yeah, she'll be a bit fresh. 0 degrees is what the anticipated temperature is. And it's just in the pair of the good old budgie smugglers, cap and goggles, so there's no wetsuits. And we're aiming for an ice mile, if we can, conditions permitting. I did one in the Arctic 2022, and the water temperature there was -1, and the recovery is a bit like doing 12 rounds with Mike Tyson, and they throw you back in with Muhammad Ali to finish you off. It's a pretty excruciating recovery, but there's a very...
Yeah. So why are you doing it then?
Mate, I do a lot of marathon swimming and did what they say is known as the Ocean Sevens, equivalent to the 7 peaks, the sort of hardest 7 ocean swims in the world. They're all around the 30-plus kilometre mark. And then this is sort of a condensed version, so I just wanted to test myself in the colder conditions. And
so,
it's a great team sport.
Well, I bet you feel alive after it if you survive it. So just tell us how do you prepare for that, and also when you're in those extreme temperatures. And I've done stories before with these guys who swim underwater for breathing purposes in icy waters to control their breathing. How do you control your body heat when you're swimming in such cold temperatures?
I think you nailed it on the head there, Pete, with breath. Your breath's everything. It's all about controlling your breathing, getting into a sort of a comfort zone, knowing that you're just going to embrace the ice. That's the environment you're living in for that intense period of time, but just mentally, taking that on board and accepting that. But it's the breathing, and then turning the furnace on inside before you get in the water, and then just hang on and hope you're going to finish.
I've got to tell you, I do a bit of ocean swimming myself at Bondi's icebergs in winter, where the temperatures are a very cold 17 or 18 degrees. So it's much warmer than that. But I got to tell you, after a little while, you get pins and needles in your hands, and it's you don't even really get warm. Now, you're going to go even way colder than that. So when you're in those temperatures, what goes on in your body and what goes on in your hands? Do you even feel them?
Well, you do, and you get that cold water shock. One of the great tricks of ice swimming is as soon as you dive in, blow all your air out, so you come up, take in a big breath, and it's to build up slowly. You don't go 1,000 miles an hour. You try and build into the swim. As you said, with the recovery, and you feel the pain straight away. There's no doubt about that. You lose pretty much all feeling in your hands and your feet. They're the first to go because the blood's leaving those to protect your vital organs. And then as the swim goes on, you get the ice cream freeze as well. At the end of the swim, as in the Arctic swim, you're totally vulnerable. 3 burly men sort of pulling me out of the water, and we have an emergency specialist physician on all of these swims with all the swimmers, along with secateurs. But the pain is quite excruciating. It's a very intense period where it feels like someone's smashing your hand with hammers and mallets. It's while the blood's trying to recirculate through the body, and you go through the shivering. But after that, a nice whiskey or a cold beer makes it all worthwhile.
I bet, Lynton. Well, you're a braver man than I. Just quickly, how long can you do in an ice bath?
Mate, well, I've done 33 minutes and -1 when I swam the Arctic. And I've done 0 degrees in an ice bath for about similar, 20 minutes.
I can do 3.
You're just sitting there.
There you go.
We'll build on
you
that
are,
when you come to Queensland.
You are, yeah. You are superhuman, Lynton Mortensen. And in all seriousness, I wish you well, and I hope it goes according to plan. Well, a good effort.
Many thanks, Pete.